we live?
Yes, now we're live. Hey, good evening. Hello, everyone. This is Yolanda. I am back. We had some technical difficulties earlier today, and it wasn't nothing but the devil. So
That's
we
right.
already know that what Starling has to say and share is going to be powerful and impactful because there was just too much going on earlier today. And this is also, I don't have my baton, but this is our third leg. Remember, it was Dr. Ellison and it was Casey Fox. And now we got Starling who's going to run that curve. And then she's going to hand me the baton. So this is our third leg speaker, our destiny speaker. So I know who she is. I know that I learned that not only did we go to school together, we worked out at the same gym together. And we would be nice and we would be cordial. And then it dawned on us later on that, wait a minute, you went to Wyatt. Oh, I went to Wyatt. So anyway, she is here, and there's so much I can say about this woman. She is absolutely amazing. And I always, I've learned not to call people my friend. And I don't want to call you my friend.
Right.
I don't, because I want you to stay right where you are in my life. Okay. I love you. I respect you, but I don't want to call you friend. So
I think friend is an understatement. It doesn't really capture the relationship. It's such a casual term.
Yeah.
And I think our relationship is so much more than that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I'll take that. So here's what we're going to do. I know who Starling is. Starling is a millionaire real estate agent, but it is so much more to this woman. I mean, her work ethic, her push, her drive, her laugh, her personality. She's going to bring so much to this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide back off the camera a little bit, and I want Starling to introduce herself to you all.
Okay, well, guys, my name is Starling Oliver, and I am a licensed realtor with Keller Williams Realty here in Arlington. I do have a team, or what I call a team. I have a transaction coordinator who helps me keep everything together, and then I also have a social media marketing person that helps me with some of my promotional contests and games that I do on my business page. I have been in real estate full-time for 4 years. Last year I finished right at $10 million as a solo agent. My goal this year is to do 20 million, and I plan to do that with leveraging out a lot of the activities that I do for myself. So I'm real passionate about people building wealth. I'm passionate about entrepreneurs sticking to their goals. And I'm passionate about ladies, finding and walking into their destiny. So it was not ironic. It was a God thing that you asked me to speak about destiny, because I believe all of us have one, but we don't know how to get there. And so I'm real passionate about teaching people, particularly women, how to get there.
Okay, so Starling, here's what I want you to do. And these are some of the questions I did with Casey and Dr. Ellison. Can y'all see me okay? Here's some questions I did with Casey and Dr. Ellison. With word association, now you don't have to say one word, okay? You don't give us too much. Again, this is a teaser, all right?
Okay.
And although this is a teaser, ladies and gentlemen, I have to say, this is with excitement, that all the slots have been filled for the retreat. Yes, 3 weeks out. So all the slots have been filled, but I would be remiss if I did not allow you all the opportunity to hear from her. Maybe you can get in where you fit in next time, but here's the deal. Thank you for those hearts. So here's the deal. Here's what I want you to do, Starling.
Okay.
Word association. I'll say the word, and you say the first thing come to your mind and give me a short statement or whatever, okay?
Okay.
So the first word is brand.
Brand. It's your identity. It's my identity. It's who I am. It's what people think of when they hear my name.
Okay. All righty. What about attitude?
Attitude is how I present myself. It is confidence. It is being comfortable in the skin that I'm in.
Okay. What about destiny? Now you're going to cover that one. So destiny, don't you give us too much. Give us enough.
Okay, I'm not. Destiny is what we have been called to. And in order to get to where you have been called to, you have to know that calling. So I love the scripture in Deuteronomy where God says he has given us the ability to gain wealth. Yes. He didn't say go out It's a quick fix. He didn't say go out and ask. He didn't say go out and beg. He said, I've given you the ability to gain wealth. So I believe part of getting to our destiny is connected with how we achieve wealth. Yes. And when I say wealth, this is what I want people to understand.
Yeah. Explain that.
Wealth is not money. It's not just money. Wealth is time. It's option. It's freedom. So when you have wealth, you have more options. And I always like to give the scenario of someone who is not feeling well, and they don't have money in the bank, they don't have vacation time, they don't have sick time. So when you don't have wealth and you don't feel well, guess what you do?
You don't have many options.
You don't have any options. You got to go to work sick. When you have wealth, you have options. You can stay at home, and if your employer chooses not to pay you, it doesn't affect you one bit or the other, because you built up wealth. You built up options for yourself.
Okay, good example. Good example. Okay, so hashtag unapologetic.
Oh man, I think of where I am in my life. There was a time when I used to say, God, why is my laugh so loud? Why do I talk so loud? Why do people see me as so brash? Not being as compassionate as they think I should be. But I'm at that point in my life where I realize God has created me to be uniquely me. No one else can fill my shoes but me. And I am unapologetic for who God has created me to be.
Who you are, unapologetic, walking boldly in who we are.
Amen.
Who we've been called to do.
Amen.
The people we are called to attract.
That's
the people we have been called to impart and bless and be a part of all those things. So that is going to be what I'll cover at the retreat. But I tell you what, living a life that's unapologetic, it is us being able to look and recognize at those things in our past. And just really, oftentimes, with Starling, and we're going to talk about this at the retreat, we think about how we act, how we present ourselves, our brand, our attitude, and we're unsure about our destiny. And I think it all goes back to shame and guilt.
Oh, ooh, that's right.
It's something we feel undeserving. I mean, think about for women, how many times, and I've seen some men do this too, how many times have you seen a woman, you can say, oh, that's a pretty bag. And she'll say, oh, this old thing, I've been having this for 30 years.
Yeah.
Just say thank you. We don't feel like we're worthy of a compliment.
That's true.
Why?
That's true.
Because.
That's true.
But guess what? Where did that come from?
That comes from the enemy.
That comes from the enemy. That comes from some past experiences. That come from just some stuff.
Right.
Okay. So
Baggage.
Baggage. So ladies, be careful. We talked about in the workshop, how we have a tendency to apologize unnecessarily. And that's another thing. If someone gives you a compliment, just say thank you.
Right.
And keep it moving.
Right.
All right. The next thing is this. At the retreat, you are going to cover destiny. And if there were 2 or 3 things that you wanted the women, now Dr. Ellison has set the stage that she wants the women to walk in ready to receive the impartation, ready to be able to operate on a whole another level of being, thinking, operating, feeling, seeing, all of that. Casey Fox came back with some other good stuff as well. So when you think about destiny, what 2 or 3 things do you want the women to walk away with?
That's a great question. I want them to walk away with knowing that they have been empowered to be more, to do more, and more importantly, to give more. I believe in giving. Whatever I'm desiring or whatever I'm needing, I'm going to give it out. And it's going to come back to me tenfold. So I want the ladies to know that they do have a resource. They do have something to give. Oftentimes we don't think I'm good enough. You still hear me?
Go ahead.
Can y'all still hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
We begin to measure ourselves against other ladies, and we start to begin to think that we're less than. But God died for us, knowing we were already good enough. He paid the ultimate price for us. So I want them to know that they do have something that some other lady needs, and they have been empowered to give it back.
And it's okay to tell that story. We're not comfortable in telling our story because we don't understand the liberation is on our lips.
That's right. That's right.
We have liberation on our lips.
That's right.
And because we don't speak up and say, hey girl, I understand. Hey girl, I see you. Hey girl, I understand. Hey girl, I done been there, done that. Hey girl, I'm with you. Hey, let me hold you up as you fall and try to get back on track. Because we don't open our mouths and understand the power. We just feel like some people have stories and not us.
That's right.
Or she has an experience that don't nobody want to hear my story. Oh, this is too common. But guess what? Just like churches are on every corner, when you open your mouth, your story and your experience is going to be for a certain type of woman that you are going to help. So that is so good. So what else do you want them to leave with?
Well, let me say this. One of the reasons we don't share our stories is because we've been fed a lie that we have to be strong and we have to be perfect.
You know how I feel about that word.
And if we're not strong, we're viewed as being weak, and that is not the truth. When you think of terms in the earthly realm, they mean just the opposite in the spiritual realm. To be weak in the earthly realm is negative. To be weak in the spiritual realm is positive.
Right. To be strong in Him.
Right. Exactly.
We're weak, He is strong.
So we have to get past how society has defined us because society cannot define us. We've already been defined by the blood of Christ.
Casey talked about that. He's already set the standard.
He has.
He's already set the standard.
He has. And so one of the things I said to you before, and I truly believe it, there is freedom in our flaws.
Freedom in our flaws. That's good.
There's purpose in our imperfection. We don't have to be perfect. There's only one who was perfect, and He died on the cross. So we have to get past what we look like to other people and know what we look like to God, and we're perfect to Him.
And that's why you're the third leg, because when you think about the brand, how we show up, what our true identity is, and then the attitude that we carry with that, we can take control of our destiny.
Yes.
We are able to say, this is who I am, this is my attitude. And when we talk about attitude, we're not talking about, again, walking in the room with your nose stuck up. We're talking about, what do you think about yourself? What are those lies that you have been told you hold on to, and how do you project that? So how do we make a paradigm shift to get you to think more highly of yourselves, that when you walk away, or when someone says your name, that brand is coming to mind.
That's right.
Now you saying somebody's name, you're like, oh, really? Okay. Right? So that brand, that attitude, and that destiny, I'm telling you, if we get that brand and attitude right, our destiny will look totally different.
It will. It will. One of the other things I want to see women walk away with is the understanding that today, right now, you're creating your legacy. You don't get to start creating your legacy. You're already creating your legacy. So what legacy are you leaving behind? Not just for your family, for your children, for your children's children. What about the legacy you're leaving behind, you're creating in your community, in your church,
that's good,
with your peers, in your places of work, in your businesses? I asked my children one time, it's been a couple of years, and not to be morbid or anything, but I asked them, I said, if I were to die today, what would you say to me about other people? What would you say about me to other people? And it was like all three of them said in unison, Mama, we would say that you worked hard, you were smart, you went after whatever you wanted, and you got it, and you achieved a lot in your life. And I looked at them, and man, my eyes welled up with tears, and I said, well, then I failed you.
And why? Why did you feel like you felt the kids when they had such high regard? They spoke so highly of you.
I'm glad you asked, because this is what I told them. My sole goal in life is to leave a person better off than they were after they meet me.
Yes, yeah, and we share that. We always have to make sure the room is left better. Our present, going back to what we're talking about, we add value when we walk in a room.
That's right.
We add value when we enter a person's life. We add value when we join a company. We add value when we join an organization. But then that goes back to that brand and that attitude. Okay,
that's right. That's
good.
right. If you're not adding value, you're taking away. It's one or the other.
It's plus or minus.
It's kind of like being a little bit pregnant.
I'm kind of pregnant.
That's right.
sort of.
That's right.
She's been kind of pregnant.
Yeah. Either you're adding value or you're taking away, period. And we always need to make sure that we're adding value. That's why we need to watch what comes out of our mouths.
Yes.
We must watch what we listen to. We must watch what we're watching on TV, because that manifests itself in us. And eventually, if you're taking all of this garbage in,
it has to come out.
It's got to come out.
It's going to come out.
It's going to come out. That's right. That's right. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. It's going to come out. It's going to come out. It's going to come out.
Hey, all I know is, ladies, this retreat is going to be so on fire. And really quick, I had someone ask me, Yolanda, is this going to be like a church retreat, a Christian retreat? And I said, okay, first of all, you act like you don't know me, okay? Because if you know me, one thing you do know is you might mess around and get prayed for. Okay? You are crazy to think that we are not going to pray at this retreat.
Right.
However, if you also know me, you know we are going to have some fun.
That's right.
We're going to have some fun. I can't tell you everything we're going to do because you didn't get your ticket. But just know that we are going to have some fun. And
let me say this. Here's what I can say. I don't know who, and it could be everybody who attends. There are going to be some breakthroughs because the enemy has been busy in all of our lives.
Yes.
Yes. He has. I'm waiting for the kitchen sink right now.
Yeah.
I mean, he has thrown everything at us.
Yep.
And we're still standing. So he's mad.
He's already mad. He's already mad. He was mad 2 weeks ago about what's going to happen on the 22nd of February. Yeah, so that's what kind of breakthrough is going to happen.
I'm telling you, he's trying to stop it from moving forward, but in the name of Jesus, it will go forward. It will.
He can't. That attack has already been canceled because even when I had the whole situation, my mom was in the hospital, and I'm sitting there thinking, really? And sometimes when we go through situations, we have to understand the level of maturity and where we are, because the enemy is not doing anything new.
That's right.
Okay? So I literally had to laugh and say, since you can't get to me, you going to come for my mama?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nope. And I laughed at the enemy. Guess what? Everything is fine. My mama's out of the hospital. And then we've had conversations that, you know, we can get frustrated. We can get really upset. We can, and that's human nature.
Right.
I'm not saying don't. I'm not saying you're an immature Christian because you have a tantrum, because there are plenty of days that I have had a tantrum.
Right.
But guess what? My tantrums they don't last as long. Not saying I don't have them, but they don't last as long. So I'm excited about that. So let's see. We covered Destiny. We covered your part. And I am so touching and agreeing and believing that the women that are going to be attending this retreat on the 22nd, there's going to be breakthrough. I'm claiming that right now. I mean, even when God gave me the vision for the retreat, again, you were at the workshop, and I was telling you, I was like, there was so much more that we can do with this workshop. We can go so much deeper with this workshop. So that's why I came back, and I was really released, because I was praying, asking God, I was like, I want to touch these women on a different way. And people want to do, coaching, they want to do, and all those things. But I think if we get us outside of the church sometime, and I'm safe saying this too, sometimes we can be so caught up in church that we don't know how to live, we don't know how to be, we don't know how to have fun, and you can be so heavenly minded, you're no earthly good. And again, y'all know I love the Lord, but we're gonna have some fun at this retreat. And again, I don't have to say what kind of fun. Now, we ain't bringing in nothing crazy, but we're gonna have a good time. So just knowing that we're going to be able to have fun. Lives are going to be changed. It's a transformational retreat, and that is what I have asked the speakers to be prayerful about from then to now. That's why all hell kind of start breaking loose. I know the 3 women that I have selected are, again, I don't put anyone in front of you. I can't say I don't trust a lot of people. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is I knew the impact that I wanted to make this retreat, and I know I just couldn't call on anybody. And it has been confirmed that these 3 ladies that I have selected.
You know what? Can I just share this? I don't know how much time we have.
You're all right. Go ahead.
So when you ask, it was a yes immediately. Because I believe if you...
Was it?
It was.
You told me yes.
Well, I asked you a series of questions.
You knew you were going to do it.
Well, because I always want to make sure that it's just not a platform where, you know, okay, so
it's unintentional, it's unproductive, it's
right.
I understand that.
Right. And so, and I never want to do anything that would put my business or
your brand,
my brand in a negative light or bring attention that would not be productive to me.
I can respect
so
that.
That's why I asked the questions that I ask you. But when you stay prayed up, when people ask you, I don't have to walk away and say, let me pray about it. So I said yes, and I get asked to speak quite often. A lot of people don't know that. I get asked to speak, but it's not what God, I'm not feeling it in my spirit.
Right.
With this, I felt immediately in my spirit because it's an opportunity for women to come together to adore the Lord. It really isn't a church retreat, because Lord knows I wouldn't need to be on stage at a church retreat. I'm just saying. But I immediately thought about women building wealth and building their businesses and learning how to apply the principles that they need in order to have their business grow. I don't know if it was on this video or not, but like I said, I closed out my year at $10 million for the year, and my goal for this year is
she's letting y'all know this is a millionaire. Hold on, let me rub on it. This is a millionaire. She made $10 million last year, y'all, and her goal for 2019 is $20 million.
And
this the one we got up in. I told y'all, let me tell you, I don't fool with just anybody, baby. I had a millionaire. So what you think I'm about to be? What?
So I truly believe that I'm going to hit my goal, and so why keep that to myself? I want to really help other women in particular build wealth, build their businesses. I see sometimes, we're doing this business this month, this business that month, this business that month, and then we wonder why we're not achieving success. And
Can't even focus. Longer than 30 days.
That's right. So I'm excited about it. I know that all of the seats are filled, all of the tickets are taken. Maybe she will do a backup line, or
what you want, a wait list?
Yeah, like a waiting list. I think you should do a waiting list for people. I do. And here's the deal. If she does a waiting list, I will pay for the first 2 people who contact her and say, hey, Yolanda, I want to go on the waiting list.
Wait a minute. Stop, Starling. See, you're going to make me cry. Starling, that's...
Don't cry. Oh. I don't do tears. Don't cry.
Okay, wait a minute, Starling. Now, did y'all hear what she just said?
Waiting list. I'll pay for the first 2 people to get in touch with her. Waiting list. So, yeah. Maybe you should open it up.
Did y'all hear what she just said?
What about opening it up?
She just said she is about to pay for 2 more women to attend this retreat.
2.
She just said she is about to pay. I was not, Starling.
Don't cry. Don't, dude. I don't do tears.
I'm not gonna cry, but I was not expecting that. Okay, ladies, all I know is I need y'all to come watch this video later. I need y'all to contact me, because she just said she's going to pay for 2 more women.
Yeah, I think you should open it up.
Starling, that's $500.
I know what it is. I can add. You can't. Hey,
so
you can't sell $10 million in real estate and not know what 250 and 250 is. I'm just saying.
Small numbers,
God is good.
Those are small numbers.
I am thankful to God. I am so.
Oh my goodness.
I am so incredibly blessed, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Wow, I'm just sitting here in awe.
So much is given, much is required.
So let me help you all make sense of this. If 2 more women come to the retreat, the women, we are staying at the Le Meridian Galleria, and it's an all-suite hotel. So you are being blessed with an opportunity to come stay at this retreat at this beautiful hotel. You just need to show up because all the materials, everything else is included. And I was not expecting her to say that. Oh my goodness. I can't cry because she gonna push me across this room. Let me get myself together. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. Ladies, I'm gonna let you say it again, Starling. Go ahead.
So, first two ladies who contact Yolanda and say, hey, I want to get on the waiting list, I'm going to pay for you. That's how much I believe in what's going to happen on that weekend. I believe lives will be transformed. I believe businesses will grow. I believe God will be glorified. And I believe you guys will be blessed as a result of attending.
Wow.
I really do. I really do.
Wow.
Hey, I got to believe in it because I never stay away from the house over the weekend. I just don't do that. Yolanda has gotten me to do Facebook Live. I've never done Facebook Live.
We're here now.
Ever before. So I believe in her. I believe in what she's doing. And when she goes to the top, I'm going to be hanging on to her like this. Don't leave me. Don't leave me.
See how the millionaire, see how humble the millionaire is? Just humble. The millionaire is humble. See how
serious.
But she's blessed to be a blessing. And
Amen.
all I can say is, oh my goodness, thank you.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I cry when I get in my truck.
Yeah, I cry when you get in the truck. Don't cry up in here. And not up in here. Not up in here.
Well, hey, thank you all for joining us. All I can say is watch the video, ladies. I love all these men are popping in watching this
Are
video.
they?
Yes, I mean, all these brothers are popping in watching the video.
Oh,
I
wow,
appreciate
that's
it. Hey,
pretty cool.
Carolyn. But here's the deal. Starling has offered to pay for 2 women to attend the retreat. So I need to call the hotel and tell them we need another suite. I can go up. I can't go down. Look at y'all. So I need to tell her to give us another suite for you all. So, wow. That's all I have. So thank you so much, Starling, in every way. I can't do one for men. You know what? Kendall, don't start because I'm gonna tell you. Just hold on, Kendall. But anyway, we don't want to keep you. Like I said, some of you probably may be driving home. Watch this video later. The first 2 women that contact me.
Yeah.
And as soon as you contact me, I'm like, hey, Starling, I got 2 women. So, oh my goodness, I gotta call a printer and get more materials. I'm just playing. It's just 2. We're good. So hey, you all have a wonderful evening. There's 2 seats available for the My.B.A.D #Unapologetic retreat that's going to take place on February 22nd. This millionaire just blessed 2 women. Oh my goodness. Okay, y'all have a good night. Do you have anything else you want to leave the people? Where can they find you, Starling?
Oh man, you know what? They can find me right here. This is where all the magic happens. No, my office is in Arlington, but you can go to my business Facebook page, Starling Oliver at Keller Williams. I do a lot of games on there. I did a Super Bowl contest just this past Sunday, or you can find me on my personal page. I do have a website. It's Starling Oliver /Keller Williams, something like that. But guys, I'm not on there. Go to my Facebook
Kendall
page.
will post in just a little bit. Hey, Lashika.
Hey, Lashika. Hey, Mrs. Burton. You came up for air.
Hey, Lashika. And okay, Ebony, Lashika and Ebony, guess what our Starling just did? If y'all just tuned in, this millionaire just opened up 2 more seats. She just offered to pay for 2 more women to attend the retreat on February 22nd. And the first 2 women who contact me will get those 2 seats. Well, not
First
2 seats.
2.
We'll say 2 beds.
2
but
beds,
2
yeah.
slots. But she just did this. Like, I did. Okay, anyway. So if y'all know somebody who want to attend the retreat, y'all better inbox me, get off this Facebook and inbox me and let me know so we can get their name on the list. It's only 2. Only 2. Okay, that's our time. Thank you so much. And now that I got her on Facebook Live, I might just come back over and mess with her just to put on Facebook Live. Okay, you all have a wonderful evening, and you all know where to find Starling. Kendall, if you can go get her information and post it here on this link. If you're looking to buy a house, Starling is the one. And God is so good.
All the time.
And all the time, God is good.
Amen.
You all have a wonderful Tuesday, and
Bye.
good night.